So 1 minute you're completely sold on the value of your solution, and the next minute you're in a habit of discounting. It may have started off slowly. Somebody wanted something. You held your rate because you totally are sold in what you have. They wanted more. They wanted 6 times as much. They had different variables. You gave a 2.5% discount. Before you know it, the day's out, you've given it 8 times, 2.5% discount to 8 different people. The next day comes along. Somebody's got different variables. Now you're at 6%, 8%, 10%. Oh my goodness, now we're in a habit of discounting. You know you're in a really bad habit when a client calls up and you put forward your solution and you're already discounting before you've even need to discount, which means you think the value and worth has now come down. You believe it shouldn't be this price, but it should be this price, because before you've even put the price forward, in your head you've come down. So what can you do? Well, if you're a leader watching this, the first thing you can do is have stand-ups every single day where you get your team completely sold on a solution. Make sure they anchor on success stories every day. You know, so-and-so came in, they had this problem, had this issue, it's costing them so much. We went forward with this, and this is the outcome they have. So everyone's got self-worth, they've got confidence, and what have they got? Certainty about their solution. And if you're a salesperson watching this, what can you do? Well, again, each morning, think to yourself, what success stories can I replay in my mind? What's the value and worth of my solution? Remember, people find money for things they value. So you need to be completely sold before you go to market. Because if you're only 99% sold, the best the client's going to be is 99% sold. Or they have to come to you because they've looked up your website and they've called you up. But you need to be 100% sold on what you're selling and sold on the price. You shouldn't be thinking at any point discounting at all. So you need to be sold. That's called mindset. Get your preparation sorted, which means you know what the client needs, wants, and desires. You go in to have that meeting, you're collaborating, you're partnering. They're the ambassador in their business. They might have to go off and sell you on to somebody else. How is that meeting? Is it positive? Is it dynamic? Were you there really curious and hungry to learn more? How did you behave during that meeting? Did you read all the signals? Are you making sure that you understand what they value? Because that's really a key thing when it comes to here. And are you educating and guiding? Do you have selling skills to make sure that you're with them the whole way? Or sometimes you're slightly ahead of them in terms of pace, depending on what personality style you are. If that's all happening, then really there's no need to discount. Discount is the 11th hour if you absolutely have to. There's different variables. They want 6 more now than they thought. They want to change timing. It's better for you. Something. There needs to be some excuse that's attached to it. Now, we have a 2-day deep dive negotiation course, which is fantastic. We go through 8 role plays over 2 days. It's brilliant. And I'm telling you the outcome of that. The people that are most planned for the negotiation will always win the negotiation. Now, we have a 2-day program on negotiation. It's deep dive. We cover 8 exercises over 2 days where you understand, oh, I'm a collaborator, you're a competitor. Then you do the next exercise and you learn from that. It's like a little mini role play. You learn, oh my goodness, I fell into this, you did that. That's fantastic. Let me tell you that the director that takes that, the lead trainer we have that takes 2-day negotiation, always embeds, and he's a very smart man. He's been running businesses for 40 years. He does negotiation every day of the week. He's been involved in huge negotiations. It's always the person who's most prepared that will win the negotiation. Always. So you might have somebody who thinks, I'll flub a seat in my pants. They'll always, if they haven't prepared properly, they'll end up discounting more. So it's always a person with most preparation that will win. So bear that in mind. So 1, make sure you understand, am I sold on what I have to sell? Do I understand the value and worth? 2, your job is to make sure your client understands the value and worth based on what they do value. And then 3, make sure you're always planned and prepared so you understand what variables you can go to. And a bit of a hint, if you give something away, get something back. If you have to change the price, change the variables. The terms are different. Warranty changes, payment terms are different. Something has to change. Otherwise, it actually builds distrust. So basically, go out there, be good with your preparation, make sure your mindset knows that you know the value and worth, engage and collaborate clearly so you understand what they value, educate so they see the value, and then hold your price. And by that point, you'll hold it with confidence.